guys, and welcome back to the Watch Addict channel. Today I'm going to do a full review, so I have it on the channel, of my Rolex Submariner 114060. Now the watch is right in front of me. I've owned it for about, I believe, a year and a half as of today. And it's been a pretty decent watch. This is the ceramic version. It's the 114060, as I said before. There's no date on this version. The date version is a little more expensive, but I happen to like this version better. Now, as you see, the ceramic does shine very nicely. That's one of the strong points of this watch compared to the old ones with the aluminum bezel inserts. Plus, it doesn't scratch. It's basically scratch resistant. Let me just start off with some basic specifications on this watch right here. So we do have a 40mm case diameter size, which is very wearable. I have a 6.5 inch wrist, and it fits me just perfectly. We do have the beefier lugs and the beefier case on the current Rolex Sportsline watches. The older ones, or the pre-ceramic watches, they have a bit slimmer lugs and they wear a bit smaller on the wrist, and I don't really like that. It looks a little bit too small. This new beefy design is definitely for me. Anyway, this is using the Rolex caliber 3130 movement. It's a great movement. It's reliable, it's tough, it's robust. You can do anything in this watch, and it's going to survive. I've done pretty much everything in this watch. And I've only got a few scratches here and there, which are pretty standard. Even though this watch does use 904L stainless steel, which is supposed to be harder to scratch and a bit tougher to dent. Not so sure about that. But, oh well. Anyway, back to the specifications. Power reserve on this watch is 48 hours, which is really good. The power reserve is definitely true to specification. It does last about 48 hours. Now we also do have a fully loomed dial here with chromalite loom. It's kind of like a blue color, the loom. I'll show you a shot towards the end of the video. Do have a screw down crown over here at the 3 o'clock position, which is threaded perfectly. You basically screw this crown out to function the watch. First position, it's going to pop out. It's a trip lock crown. And the first position is the winding position, and it's super silky smooth. Next position is going to be your position to change the time. And the seconds hand will come to a stop, as this movement is obviously hackable. Once you push that back in, the seconds hand will start running again, and you're all good to go. Now the bezel action on this exact model, or pretty much any Rolex Submariner, is definitely the best, pretty much in the diving watch genre. In my opinion. I've owned a lot of different dive watches, and you can't really beat the bezel action on this one. It's a unidirectional bezel. It's really smooth and precise. And you just can't beat it. It's really wonderful. And if you've picked one up or tried one on or own one, you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, getting to the bracelet. This is the oyster style bracelet. It's completely brushed, made of 904L stainless steel. It's a solid bracelet. We do have some polishing on the sides, as well as the clasp. Now the clasp does become a bit of a scratch magnet on this area. I will have to warn you about that. This flips open. We have the nice Rolex crown logo on here, which is done oh so nicely. This pops open. On the inside, you do have your Rolex Geneva Swiss made, and then steel inox over here. Now under here, we do have your dive extension, or your oyster lock clasp here, and you pop this out, as you see, and then you can adjust it in increments, and you can adjust it a lot. It's a pretty long way there. It's definitely pretty helpful when the watch swells on your wrist in the summertime. Anyway, it's a very simple watch. It's very accurate. This watch, I would say, gains about 1 to 2 seconds a day over the course of a year and a half. And you know, you need to service these things every like 5 or so years, I would say. You can even go a bit longer if you really want to. We have Rolex on the crown logo engraved. Also, the crown does not line up. That is a myth. If you walk into any Rolex boutique or authorized dealer, you can take a look at all of the Rolex watches and you will see that maybe half of them line up, not even half. It's not something Rolex takes detail to when they send them out from the factory, it seems. Anyway, this dial is really symmetrical. As you see, everything matches from the left side to the right side. That's one of the main reasons why I really like it. It does say Submariner, 1,000 feet, 300 meters. This is a 300, excuse me. This is a 300-meter dive watch, and it is a professional diving watch, and definitely one that can be used for diving. Although I never have even been diving. We do have Rolex engraved on the inside. Also, you do have a little crown here, which you can see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you, but it is an authenticity check. A little crown appears here if you get it in the exact right light. And that's something to tell between the fake ones and the real ones. Now, we also I pretty much covered everything. The case back is screwed down. Pretty simple case back, solid end links. There are screws, of course, which work very well. Now I'm going to throw it on my wrist, give you a wrist shot, and then we'll wrap it up here. Okay, here we go. And there it is on my 6.5-inch wrist. I think it fits perfectly. It just reaches end to end. Very comfortable. And a great watch. Now I'm going to get you a little lume shot here. It's not completely dark in here, but you can see the bluish color. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today, guys. I just wanted to get a full review of this watch on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching. This is the Watch Addict, and I'm signing out. Bye.